I'm here at the overseas call centre of a large insurance company. With me is customer service team leader Mr. Bolte. Mr. Bolte, how easy is it to provide great insurance service to your customers?
Well, we're on another continent. You can never get through. We've no idea who you are, and we're only allowed to work from a script with the information on the screen in front of us. Frankly, you'd be better with High House.
High House Insurance, your local experts. High House Insurance don't pay to be on comparison websites, so your premiums are better value. For a free, no-obligation quote, call Chelsea 606 552. High House, local, reliable insurance. High Street, Chelsea.
Hello, and a warm welcome from me, Tony Weiner, to this edition of the Manhood Internet Radio. We will start this week's packed show with Alison, who will tell us what's on in the area. We then go over to Christine and her arrangements in the Witterings for the Queen's birthday celebrations. For those of you on tenterhooks about last week's quiz and who isn't, Kevin will give us the answers, and this will then be followed with Keith talking to Simon Reynolds of the Pond Barn in Bracklesham. A local shopkeeper, Gemma Curd, has been persuaded to talk to us about her business ventures, and then Kevin will tantalise us again with another quiz. We end the show with a plea from Alison for the passion play she's producing. Phew, well, there's a lot on this week, so we better get cracking, and so it's over to Alison with what's on.
Hello there, I'm Alison and I'm here to tell you about what's going on in Chelsea and also in Bracklesham for the first week in June. First of all, in Chelsea, on Wednesday the 1st, you can go and see a performance of Laurel and Hardy at the Pavilion in Chelsea High Street, and that's an Art Dreams event. At the Chelsea Centre on the same day, there's an update on the Flow project. This is happening between 4:30 and 6:30 in the evening. Flow stands for Fixing and Linking Our Wetlands. It's a Heritage Lottery funded project, and it's all about the many ditches and waterways on the Manhood Peninsula to see how the network of wetland habitat is linked. They hope to identify areas for improvement of the drainage and the habitat, and to highlight the benefits of well-managed ditches for people and wildlife. Everyone is welcome to that meeting. On Thursday, which is June the 2nd, Wild Families Mini Beasts, Bug Hunting and Crafts. You can do this at the RSPB in Pagham Harbour at the Visitor Centre. This is going to begin with a hunt to discover and learn about the mini beasts and bugs hiding in our reserve. On the return, participants will be inspired to create their own weird and wonderful creatures that they can take home. This is happening between 10 and 1 o'clock, and it will cost £4 per child or £2 for members. That's Thursday at Pagham. In the afternoon on Thursday, there's a musical afternoon to be held at Chelsea Methodist Church. And if you enjoy listening to jazz, Latin or French music, then there'll be a warm welcome for you. The cost is £4 each, which will include tea and biscuits, and this is going to be a regular event that will be held on the first Thursday of each month. Finally, at the end of the week, on Saturday the 4th of June, there's going to be a jumble sale, which is in aid of the Chelsea Cancer Relief Fund. You'll be able to go to that at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Methodist Church. Also in June at Pagham Harbour is an event called Orchids in June, where we can look for gorgeous orchids in one of the secret places on the lovely Pagham Harbour Nature Reserve. It will be a chance to marvel at these mysterious plants on part of the reserve that's not normally open to the public. This will be held from 11 until 12 noon. The cost again is £4 per person or £2 if you're an RSPB member. This is likely to be very popular, so they're recommending that you book in advance. If you're not living in Chelsea but you're down at Bracklesham, then why not have a look at the events in Bracklesham Barn? The special event this coming week is a screening of the film The Danish Girl. That begins at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday the 6th of June. Bracklesham Barn, of course, always has many regular events, including yoga, toddler groups, bowls, kickboxing, yoga fit, little explorers, badminton, Pilates, you name it, they have it, even belly dancing. The special for the first week in June is the Thursday group. which meets on the first Thursday of every month. So there's plenty to be doing for the first week in June. Hope you enjoy whatever it is you join in with. Bye for now.
Excellent. Thank you, Alison. Now over to Keith, who is talking to Christine.
Right, good morning. My name's Keith Barnes for Manhood Internet Radio. In the studio with me today, I've got Christine Barrett. And Christine is the acting chair of the East Wittering and Bracklesham Local Business Alliance. And they're going to be laying on some celebrations to celebrate the Queen's birthday. And Christine's here to tell us all about it. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, Keith. Myself and various other business people in the village are arranging an event to celebrate the Queen's 90th birthday on Sunday the 12th of June. Just to let you all know that the road will be closed, Caken Road, from the junction of Oakfield Road to the junction of Shore Road from 7 a.m. in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. The actual event will run from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m, but obviously we need the time to start things rolling and to clear away at the end. Anyway, we are planning hopefully a spectacular day to celebrate the Queen's birthday. We will have disco, there will be various foods going on, some live entertainment, and hopefully we are bringing Elvis back for a little slot.
He's given up his job in Tesco's, is he?
Yeah. So hopefully he will be here for a little while. And as I say, and various other live entertainments, including a belly dancer, line dancers, and there will be a host of market stalls and all sorts of things going on. And a vintage car display will be there for everybody to go and look at. I'd like to thank in particular David Aston's, who has sponsored us with our insurance, and he has also donated in the past the first raffle prize, which is normally a beautiful big hamper, and he's going to do us the same again for us this year. So thank you, David, and the team at Aston's. But everybody's being very helpful. If there's anybody out there that would like to help in any way, shape or form with either maybe selling raffle tickets on the day or being a marshal, or if they would like to get involved with our committee for the future, then if you'd like to come and see me in my little shop down at the end of Wittering Walk, which is the vintage shop, or just send me an email, christinebarrett29@gmail.com, and I will get back to you.
Well, that's brilliant. I mean, I've got the benefit, of course, of having a copy of Local Life in front of me. It's got a great big advert in a minute, and I can tell you everything that's going on because I've got this page open in front of me. But there's market stalls, there's food outlets, there's a 1920s best dress competition, so I probably would only have to go into my wardrobe for that, and just get out some of my normal attire. There's a vintage car display, as you said, and disco. There's fairground rides, including bungee and trampoline.
Bungee trampoline.
Oh, bungee trampoline. No,
yes.
I said bungee and trampoline there, but anyway,
bungee trampoline.
Bungee trampoline. I
Which
don't
was
think
very,
my stomach could live with that.
No, I was going to say, that was very popular at Christmas, even though it was blowing a hoolie and tipping with rain. The kids loved it.
Yeah, kids like things like that.
Yeah,
their
do.
stomachs seem to be stronger than adults.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, there's live musical acts as well. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on, and that's on Sunday the 12th of June. And it actually goes on from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. to celebrate Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth's 90th birthday. And if you want any more information, you can contact Christine. She's more than happy to hear from you. And if you'd like to help out, and we hope you can find it in you to do that, because these things don't run themselves, they depend on people to give them a hand, then contact Christine and she'll put you right.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming in, Christine, and fill us in on that.
And thank you, the residents and businesses of Wittering, for supporting us.
Well, I hope you have a great day, and I hope the weather's
Yes, I was going to say,
wonderful.
if the weather's good, everything will be wonderful.
Yes, it's always dependent on that,
Yes.
but we're pretty lucky down here
we
otherwise, aren't we?
So, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Thank you, Keith and Christine. Don't keep us waiting. Answers to last week's quiz, please.
And here we have the answers to Kevin's Connections quiz. And Kevin asked us, which footballer is the only one to win the World Footballer of the Year 5 times? And that was Lionel Messi. What was the name of the 2013 film about the rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda? That was Crash. Which character drove the Turbo Terrific in Wacky Races? That was Peter Perfect. John Gillespie, regarded as the greatest trumpeter of all time, is better known by what nickname? And that's Dizzy, of course. And Captain Sensible had a #1 hit with which song from South Pacific? And that's Happy Talk. And the connection? Mr. Men. They're all Mr. Men. Mr. Messi, Mr. Crash, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Dizzy, and Mr. Happy. Yes, Kevin.
I won't tell you how many I got right, so we pass speedily on to Keith, who is talking to Simon Reynolds of the Pond Barn, Bracklesham.
In the studio with me now, I've got Simon Reynolds, and Simon is from the Pond Barn down in Bracklesham.
Morning.
I did get it right. I usually get it wrong, and it's in East Witterings when I say it's in Bracklesham, and vice versa. Good morning, Simon. Now, Pond Barn. I don't know it very well because I live in Selsey, and I don't like to drive when I'm having a drink, and I like to drink, so the two don't mix. But it seems to me you've got an awful lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we have some weekly events that are always going on. Like every Sunday we have a quiz at 8 o'clock, which is well supported by some regular teams, but it's open to anybody from 8 o'clock, and we have a bit of a fun jackpot. Goes up by £10 a week. Last week they won it, so 2 teams shared £130.
Very nice too.
Other weekly things, we have a happy hour every Wednesday, or happy 3 hours from 5 till 8 o'clock. All pints and medium wines are £3.
Good job I don't live.
Yeah, that's right. And then last night it followed on to the football final. Obviously we've got Sky and BT Sports in the bar, so that was a really good night last night. We have some monthly events as well. We have an auction on the first Thursday of every month, which is really well supported. Les, the local antique shop along the parade here, he organises it, and it's grown from strength to strength. We've had it now for nearly a year and a half.
Yeah, because auctions now, I mean, they've become very popular now. People watching all these different antiques programmes on the telly and stuff like that. And,
yeah,
you know, people like to go along and see if they can pick up a bargain. Or
that's right, and it's a wide cross section of stuff that they have. It's always good quality, and from jewellery to furniture to records, football programmes, garden implements, all sorts of stuff. So it's really good. First Thursday of every month. The second Thursday of every month we have an open mic music night, which again is growing in popularity.
They're very popular.
Lots of local musicians and some others from as far afield as Oxford, where again the organiser, a guy called Sparky, comes from Oxford. He organises several open mic music events in Oxford, but he's got a house down on East Bracklesham Drive, so he's a foot in both camps, so to speak, and it's really growing well, and we have all sorts of groups and individuals performing.
And always a good shop window, of course, for any local talent.
Yeah.
People
so it's open to anybody to come along and have a go if you want to have a sing or play your guitar or whatever.
Yeah.
And then next Thursday, a week today, we've got our monthly karaoke.
All right.
Which is always entertaining, shall we say, with again a variety of performers. Yeah. From the good, the bad, and the ugly, I should think. So that's a 7 to 11 on a Thursday, and that's always the last Thursday of every month.
I always think, I mean, you know, karaoke is great fun, but I always get this picture in my mind when anybody mentions karaoke, Billy Connolly with the fish and chip supper bit. You know.
Yeah.
singing out of tune and falling all over.
Yeah, we've got a few people that sing out of tune, but they enjoy themselves.
Well, it wouldn't be karaoke if they didn't.
No, that's
It'd
right.
be a talent show or a cabaret act.
Yeah, that's right.
If you didn't get some people up there that just did it for the fun of it. I mean, some people take it very, very seriously, but you know, if you didn't have those people there that just do it for the fun of it.
That's right. And it's like the quiz as well. The quiz and the karaoke, you do get some serious people, but also we try and make it fun. So,
I think that's the important part. Is it's got to be fun. It's it's not a competition as such. It's just there for the fun.
That's right.
And I see you've got a quiz. Well, you said about the quiz every Sunday. You also got free pool every Tuesday.
Yeah, every Tuesday night we have free pool. In actual fact, we are looking for pool players to enter a league in September, and we're looking for a second darts team. Our current darts team has just won the Division 2 title and gone back up to Division 1, so congratulations to them, Mark White and his team. But we're looking to get a second team in the darts, a pool team on a Tuesday night, and also we're trying to get a football team together for next September. We're not sure yet whether it's going to be a veterans team or just all ages, but if anyone's interested, give us a ring or pop down the pond barn and let us know what you'd like to play. So there's loads of stuff going on, and recently, in the last 5 weeks, we've introduced a carvery into our restaurant, which has been very well received.
Yes, I was going to come on to that, because food is, as you can see from my stamp, as it were, food is probably the thing I'm most akin to, that everything you do. But I understand that the carvery started up and being well received. Yeah,
we've got 2 brilliant chefs, Keith Nice and Steve, who used to be at the Bell, Steve Raven, and they absolutely are making some delicious roast dinners. We have 3 choices of meat all the time, so we change them around. Lovely vegetables, roast potatoes, Yorkshires, and we've been knocked out with the comments we've received from everybody. It's really consistent. So
well, that's great stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and we open on a Wednesday lunchtime where we do an old age pensions special.
Oh, I'll be all right then.
Or should I say senior citizens? We do a 2-course meal for $8.95. That includes a roast, or you can just have a roast for $6.95, but you get a pudding for only another £2.
Yeah.
We're open Wednesday evenings, and then we do Friday evenings all day Saturday, and Sunday is the busiest day. So, but we do a carvery, and we also do another pub favourites menu. So if you don't fancy a roast dinner on a Friday evening, you can have something different. So we've got offering quite a wide choice, but we're expecting it to continue growing steadily throughout the summer for locals and holidaymakers alike.
Yeah, well, let's hope it does. I mean, roast dinners and from carveries especially have become very popular over the past few years, haven't they?
Yeah, and there's not one on the peninsula at all, as far as I'm aware. So then, if you've got to go into Chichester to get a carvery. So we thought there was a bit of a gap, and so far, so good.
Brilliant stuff. Well, thanks for coming in, Simon, and giving us an update on what's happening down at Pond Barn. It sounds to me like you're a very busy man, because there seems to be an awful lot going on down there.
Yeah, we try to keep something going on.
Because we wish you well with it. And maybe I'll pop out. I'm interested, even intrigued to pop over perhaps for the auction.
Yeah, come on down.
I've always liked auctions and spending a few bob on things that are totally unnecessary. Because my wife would tell you, noted for it. Well, thanks once again, and
thank you.
We wish you well for the future.
Thanks very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now over to one of our hard-working shopkeepers, Gemma from East Wittering, who kindly volunteered, or at least I think that's the correct term, to talk to Keith about her business.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably not going to believe this, but we are recording at the council offices in East Wittering, and we've got a little break in recording. So we decided to grab some poor innocent from out in the shops there and ask them to come in and do a filler for us. And Gemma from Giggle Whiz Kids Clothing has been dragged into the studio, kicking and screaming. She's absolutely terrified, bless her. And she's agreed to come in and tell us a little bit about the businesses she's run. So, good morning, Gemma.
Good morning.
Now you can calm down a bit there, you're all right. We'll take those handcuffs off so you can feel free now. You can escape whenever you like.
Okay.
Right. We're sorry about the way we did this, to hijack you like that. But,
That's okay.
And it's very, very good of you to come in. Now, Giggle Whiz, kids' clothing. A strange name, certainly, but...
Strange name, thought up by my children.
All right, well then
Yes.
it's not so strange because it fits kids, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. They chose the name. It was 2.5 years ago. I had just finished university and I was approached to do a government training scheme, and they set me up in my business and they helped me do business plans and everything like that. And I've now got my business.
Had you thought of before of doing anything?
I always wanted to be my own boss. I actually have a first-class honours degree in political history, so totally away from
I was gonna say,
children's clothes.
That must help with kids' clothes.
Yes, and I wanted to be a history teacher, but unfortunately history has been taken off the national curriculum.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, see, I learn something every day.
And then to train to be, I was one of the unfortunate ones who was with the new charges for university to become a teacher. It would have actually cost me £15,000.
Wonderful.
So, and without a guarantee of a job at the end of it, was a hard decision. So I went and saw a careers advisor, and we was talking, and it was an idea that my mum put in my head about kids' clothes for the village, and bit by bit it all fell into place.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
yeah,
great
and
news.
it's a really good scheme. It's a brilliant scheme, and they just help you with everything, down to I went on courses about social media, about everything really, pricing, how to price up everything, how to buy, finding wholesalers, anything and everything really. And it took about...
So it's very comprehensive.
Oh yeah, they
Program,
do it so you're very unlikely to fail in your first year.
Close that door, stop her escaping.
They teach you basically what you could fail on in your first year especially, and they give you the tools to be able to do it really. So, and I had a mentor who owns a very large business in Chichester, and they're still my mentor today. I can still phone them up if I've got any problems.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful scheme.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's worked for you.
Oh, it definitely has
and
worked
a little
for
bird
me.
tells me that you're now not satisfied with one business, and
No.
you're starting something else.
Yeah, we've got a second business now, which is called Giggle Chic, which is a shabby chic company. We do all the beach signs, you name it, I've got a sign for it. We do wedding fairs.
I've got one for my wife that says "Way Out."
Well, I have actually got one said, my wife said it's me or the dog. I sometimes miss my wife. so that's quite a good one. But no, we do parties. We go out and do parties in people's homes. I've actually got one this evening. We've got a whole wedding collection. We go to wedding fairs around West Sussex. So yeah, bit by bit, from meeting that lovely man one day who helped me, I've got quite a good business now.
Wonderful.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's always good news to hear people that have had a career change. And,
Yeah.
and, you know,
It was a massive career change.
well, it certainly would be from political history
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I think
to
I'd
kids'
had enough
clothing.
of Tony Blair by that point. So
Yeah, well, you might be among many, but but
Yeah.
I mean, but was it a very difficult course? Was it a very difficult thing to do?
political history.
No, nobody would ever make sense of
No,
political history. But
doing the business.
the business.
No, it was.
because that might frighten people off
No,
if they think it's like going back to school.
No,
you know, they might,
not at all. It was 5 full days in a classroom, and what was really good, there was about 7 of us who were all setting up completely different businesses. There was one guy who was setting up a children's entertainment business. There was a man who was setting up a flower stall. So there was lots of different, there was no one doing the same. A lot of them had been unemployed for a while as well, so it was getting people back into work. And to be honest, they were very brutal in the fact that there was a couple of people who had these wonderful ideas for businesses, and they were told it's never going to work.
Well, funny enough, I went to one many years ago now. I had an idea for a business, and I went there and the guy said, it'll never work.
No.
And it's obvious he was right. Because, although I still think he could have done, but it, you know, he said, you really should think about saving your money, because you're going to need to invest a certain amount of money in it. And you know, he said, I don't think that business is going to work.
They are very like that, and when you have to do a business plan, and I actually opened my bank account and took my business plan, what the Let's Do Business they're called, made me write. And my bank manager actually said she's never seen such a, it had everything in it, projections for 5 years, and they're actually, I went in, oh, my business is going to be successful straight away in the first year. And they're like, right, rein yourself back in, because yes, you think you're going to make that much, but actually you've got a year of restocking. And it's things like that when what you don't think about, and they make you think about everything. So at one point there was a bit of a knock, as if to say I was going to be a millionaire in the first 2 years. Now I think it could be 20. But that was.
But I mean, if you could earn a reasonable living, doing something you enjoy doing, being your own boss, well, then that's pretty much all you can ask for, isn't it?
Yeah. And
very few millionaires come out of smaller businesses.
Exactly. And I think for me as well, it gave me, I'm a single mum, so it's given me a great job. However, if my children are ill one day or there is something, I'm not beholden to anyone. I can ask my mum or someone to come in the shop, and I can just do it myself without having to worry about my employer.
Flexibility there as well, yeah,
it's a lot of flexibility, so which is good as well. And my kids love it. They love that mum's got a kid.
Well, I can understand why you've been successful, because to be dragged in literally from your shop into here and record this interview for us with no prior warning,
I think that was the best way.
And do as well as you've done, I have to say it's easy to see why you've been successful in business.
Thank you, that's
and
really
thanks
nice.
very much for taking part and for coming in. And I hope you've enjoyed this bit as much as you enjoyed the rest of it.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been nervous, but anyway, thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming in.
You're
Gemma.
welcome.
Bye now.
Well done, Gemma. Now back to Kevin for one of his quizzes.
Right, hi, it's Kevin again with your weekly connections quiz. This week there's 6 questions. I don't know why we've got 6 questions. Question number 1, excluding re-elections to the post, who was the UK's 13th Prime Minister since the outbreak of World War II? You might have to look that one up. Question number 2, which famous lyricist is also the co-founder of the Guinness Book of Hit Singles? Question number 3, this will test your memory. Which ex-model and ex-EastEnders actress, she rose to fame in a famous booze advert, and she played Dolly Clothespeg in Wurzel Gummidge? So who was she? Question number 4, which UK Olympic gold medalist in 2 consecutive games also broke the world decathlon record 4 times? Who is he? Question number 5, pop music. In 1985, which singer duetted with Barbara Dixon to sing the song I Know Him So Well? And that's still the best-selling record by a female duo. And question number 6, in January 2009, which controversial 1980s pop star received a 15-month prison sentence on charges of false imprisonment? Colourful character, who is he? Good luck.
Tune in next week for the answers. It's over to John, who's talking to Alison about her role in the Passion Play production.
Hello, this is John Mallet, and I've got with me Alison Gaunt, who's new to Selsey and she's going to be directing the Chelsea Passion Play. So tell us something about the Passion Play, Alison.
Well, a passion play is not to do with what goes on between the sheets, I'm afraid. No, it's much more straightforward than that. The Passion is basically a retelling of the final week of Jesus Christ's earthly life. So that leads from Palm Sunday until Good Friday. And a passion play is a dramatic reenactment of those events. You may have heard of the Oberammergau Passion Play in Austria. Very famous and very popular. That happens once every 10 years. Well, the Chelsea production happens about every other year. It was last put on at Easter 2014. So I've been asked to be the director, and that's a big job, as you can perhaps imagine, which is why I'm starting now at the beginning of the summer. Two things I really want to highlight today. The first thing is that I'm looking for people. Now, of course, any production is not just people who appear on the stage. It's rather like an iceberg, 10% above the water and 90% below. And that's about what happens with putting on a production like this. But I am indeed looking for people who are willing to join in and to be part of the action. Now, to do this, you haven't got to commit yourself to learning lots and lots of lines, because what I really need are plenty of extras. It's rather like Ben-Hur, not quite a cast of thousands, but I do need a great many people to be extras. One of the things I'm looking for, of course, is a Roman army. Now, to be in this army, the only qualification is that you have to be willing to wear a skirt and to show your knobbly knees. So if that's you, then I would love to hear from you. But I do want people who are willing to join in and to learn some lines and to take part. Now, to do this, you haven't really got to have an interest in religious matters. That isn't a prerequisite for joining in. But I just need you to be interested enough to be willing to take part in this portrayal of the extraordinary events of that very first Easter week. The other people I'm looking for at the moment are some musicians. I need some singers, I need a violinist, and I'm looking for an accordion player, or perhaps even two. If you want to be a singer, again, you haven't got to know a great deal about music, because I'm not going to be teaching that from written music. I'm just going to be doing it by ear. So if you can hold a tune, then you'd be more than welcome to be part of our music crowd. The Chelsea Passion Play is Chelsea born and bred. The script has been written by someone from Chelsea. The music is currently being written by some Chelsea composers and musicians. And we're hoping that all the actors and all the participants will also be Chelsea people. So if you think you can help, I'd love to hear from you. And of course, perhaps you think I couldn't possibly do that, but I do know someone who would be interested. And if that fits the bill as well, then I would like to hear from them. You can get in touch with me either on my email address, which is Alison with one L, alison.gaunt, Gaunt, at yahoo.co.uk. The other way of getting in touch with me is via the coffee shop in the High Street. That's the little coffee shop near True Vision. It's just called The Shop. They know me in there, and you're very welcome to pop in there and leave a few details with them, and I'm sure that they will put you in touch with me. So I look forward very much to hearing from you and to meeting some more people who'd like to be part of the Chelsea Passion Play, April the 17th, 2017. Thank you.
Thank you, John and Alison. We're all very grateful that you have taken on the big challenge, and please do help if you can. So we end another action-packed edition. Thanks to all our contributors, including Local Life magazine, our sound editor John Martlett, our presenters Keith and Alison, and of course our producer John Fletcher. So it's goodbye from me, Tony Weiner. Until next time, bye.